What's going on, guys? Welcome to CNFT live stream Tuesdays, where we are talking all things CNFTs. What's going on, son? J Hub, what's going on, guys? Thanks for showing up to the live stream. Glad that you're here. We've got some deep and heavy stuff to talk about tonight. A lot of things are hitting me on like a outside crypto note, and I'd like to take that conversation to you guys. But we've got some amazing guests here on the stream as usual. Let's bring in our first guest. When this man is in it, okay, let me just hold on. I messed up my flow. When this man is in it, he's in deep in the end zone, eating the profits like he's eating a scone. Like a bird, he'll fly, then touch down on the prize, moving through your head like moving a comb. He's the one, the only, the crypto warden. Welcome to the show.
Cowboy Nation, it's another Tuesday, baby. I'm so excited to be on as always. I mean, it's another chill Tuesday. It's the greatest day outside. I say it every Tuesday. It's so beautiful because it's a CNFT Tuesday. Let's go.
Glad that you're here. I think you're bringing that Super Bowl energy to the
Yes,
live.
Go Birds, baby. Go Birds.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see your emotional reactions after whether they win or lose. So I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
All of that. J-Hub, what's going on? Trend is sunglasses inside. That's something he was doing inside, like just today, which was pretty funny.
I was gonna grab him, but I happen to just have my regular glasses.
He thinks he's a rapper in a club or something. Okay, let me bring in the next person here. This man's calls are way too scary, making magic like you thought his name was Harry. Smart like a monocle, keeps his records like a chronicle. This man has more knowledge than a library. He's the one, the only Daily Chronicles Chronic.
Yo. And Ethan was cracking. I'm not gonna be as hyped because my Bengals lost last week. Them damn zebras, But who they and good luck to Philly. I think y'all gonna whoop that ass. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, sir. I'm hoping for it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I watch for the reactions and I watch for the commercials. So
man.
Fun fact: I say this every Super Bowl, but I once was at the Super Bowl when the Colts won. And I was on the field when Peyton Manning walked through, like when he won, I tapped him on his shoulder. He's tall in his cleats and stuff like that. So it's like a highlight of my life here. Guys, we're here to talk about crypto, but I was just in like this business meeting, okay? And Chronic, I need you to weigh in. Ethan, you too. Right now, I want to pull up actually, we were talking about why we do things, basically, right? We were talking about why we do things, and I thought it linked up well with this article I pulled up from Lark Davis. Here, let me pull this up here. It's an article that people did on Lark, and Lark's like an avid crypto trader, and he said this, that Cardano was one of my first coins that I made huge money on. Got in at 3 cents, held to $1.20, and then he sold some, I think. No, he didn't sell it. He didn't sell any. Held to 3 cents in the bear market, full round trip, sold around $1. There you go, in 2021. There's a lesson in that. He's basically talking about how patience is a virtue. Like you hold through these bear markets, you hold through these bad times. What's going on, Mike Thomas? You hold through these bad times and you get rewarded, greatly. But eventually you do have to sell. Now, we are clearly in or entering into some bad macroeconomic times. What is your plan, especially with Cardano, with NFTs? Are you doubling down? Are you going in? And then maybe I even have a deeper question, but like, what are you planning to do, Ethan, Chronic? What are you guys planning to do going into a bad time, or are we already in that bad time? I'm going to kick this off to both you boys.
Go ahead, Chronic. You were the guest. You got first, baby.
Yeah, well, all right, appreciate that. Honestly, we're been in a bad time. Anybody that has children or living in the real world that's not making 250K plus and an accredited investor has been seeing them bad times. It's hard. I mean, we're getting squeezed. Look at gas, look at food. Eggs, $15 a gallon in some places and stuff. I mean, a dozen. The point is, my strategy is to hang tight. It's time in the market, not timing the market, right? So I have, been steady minting, accumulating NFTs, buying, selling, flipping up to, get the coin, ADA. Eventually, if I did have, some cash come into my life, cash is king, I would definitely be sitting back, waiting for a bottom. I do not think we are at the bottom yet, right? So if I was hoping ADA got down to around 15 cents. It didn't. It got to 24. But do we have a correction still? That's when I'll be waiting to pounce, and I think that would be the last dip before the spring. There's too many catalysts out there from Arizona trying to make Bitcoin legal tender. Houston's trying to do something with Bitcoin as well. Texas. Ted Cruz is trying to make cryptocurrencies useful on Capitol Hill and vending machines and restaurants in Capitol Hill. You can pull it up. Yeah, all of that's like, I mean, come on, it's coming. Polkadot is going to be used by Exxon and Chevron. Connect the dots. Now is the time to position like Locke just showed. He bought at 3. Rode it up 40x to $1.20. He then thought he was going to the moon, like us all in our first moon bag like that. We always think it's never going to run out of hot air, right? Until it does, and then you never know when to sell. So he held all the way down, and I caught it. I caught the falling knife at 9 cents in late 2019. And then I rode it down to 2 cents, losing 80% of my value. You feel me? Yeah. Until I rode it all the way back up to 330. Not selling any, then started to capitulate at around $1.50 when Cardano NFTs happened, right? So I mean, it's kind of crazy that there's a lock in all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like we all go through that experience, and now's the time. Like you use that time to better yourself in this next opportunity, which I think is really like very soon. Like so. Damn, that was a long-winded answer. I don't know if I made
sense. I mean, like I enjoyed some of your story there. I didn't realize you bought at 9 cents and it rode down to 2 cents. Oh, that in itself is a gut check. It's a test.
It was, and that's when I transferred Ethereum to Cardano. So I bought in an ETH at 300, and then everything dipped. But I was just new and fresh, like in it. I didn't know what was happening. But then watching YouTubers like Crypto Crow and Dan with Crypto Capital Ventures, who I still watch for his TA now, it just kind of got me. Twitter Spaces wasn't available, so that just watching them YouTube channels, trying to understand the cycles of the market, believed in the coin, started watching Charles Hoskinson's YouTube, whiteboards and stuff like that. And next thing you know, 9 cents, 12 cents was like a floor. And then once it got to 38 cents, it stayed there for a minute, and then it boomed up to $1 something. And then we were on, then I was thinking we were going to go to, unknown heights, so, but now kind of got the gist of what it's going to do.
Yeah. Ethan, what about yourself?
I'm just, as you guys know, I've been on the channel a little bit now. I've finally hit 19 years old. I had a birthday about 2 months ago now, so I'm super excited about that. But just as more on the younger side in the space, it's interesting to see, because obviously I'm still feeling the effects, as like Chronic mentioned, with the gas, the eggs in the grocery store. So it really is difficult on the real life, but just more on towards the crypto side, I'm super excited, because all I've known is everything to really be down, and all I'd heard like throughout my life was that Bitcoin's at 60K, it's going up, everything's going to the moon. We're so excited for all this crypto stuff. And then we've just had some recent events that have happened that have brought everything back down. So it's obviously, for a newer investor, it's much more easier to actually get into these things that maybe you've heard about and just learned about in general. So I'm super excited, because I'm able to finally learn about it now, and I'm able to get at these more affordable prices, especially for someone who is newer and probably doesn't have a lot of money. So it's very helpful.
One thing I saw, I was watching Patrick Bet David. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, Valuetainment. He has some really good insights. It's actually contrarian to a lot of people. A lot of people are thinking that bottom's in, and he's hard advocating that it's not in. He's saying like people's credit scores, the people's credit card bills are being maxed out right now. I'm using my credit card. It's not max, fortunately, but a lot of credit is being used. People's savings are dwindling. That's someone that I'm in that boat as well. And people are feeling a squeeze. I sense this around my church and around my community. I sense like there's a little bit of a squeeze. So I think we're facing some kind of like difficult time coming into it. And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer for this stream. I want to attack it sober-mindedly here. I want to ask you guys a question. In the course of like a bear market or bad times, and maybe things that will get worse, what is your like why? Like, tell me your ideal situation. Like, tell me why you're still investing in crypto. Help us remind ourselves, like, okay, what is it that we're trying to really turn around? What is it we're really trying to achieve? And maybe be specific too. Like, what's your ideal situation here, Chronic or Ethan? Like, is it like, is it upgrading a car from one seat to like, help me, or a house, or paying off the bills, or is it bigger than that?
For me, it's bigger than that. Being in, putting just a $3,000 in Cardano. That was my bag at the time. I had like 25, 30,000 ADA, right? That went over to like 120,000, right? Just on 3,000. And I put a lot more money into gold and silver, thinking hard assets. That's when I was really understanding money, really getting down to the nitty gritty, seeing them returns. And then, knowing what we're about to get to now, if we pump to $8, $12, $15 is a half $500 billion market cap. That's only a $500 billion market cap, Cardano. So if I'm just having my same bag, just accumulating, this generational wealth can happen. These returns, you do not see this in traditional finance, unless you would have bought Tesla way back when. You don't get these returns. So this is our one shot before regulation comes about, I think, that can really create generational wealth for the people that are here and have been here and set themselves up right, whether it be one Bitcoin, some Ethereum, or just some Cardano. Understand what you're getting into and position yourself accordingly. But it's hard now, like you said, the squeeze is happening, and people are starting to see that. So the average person does not have money to invest into, speculative assets for the most part, right? They got to feed their family. I have 4 children that, it costs a lot of money to just live. But now is the time not to capitulate. That's what they want you to do. Sell off your assets. And then once the blood in the street, you should be buying, not selling, because that's when the big guys make the money in the bear markets, accumulating and riding the wave up, and then selling at the top. And I will be selling once it hits all-time highs, 3, 5, and ladder out accordingly. But by that time, I'll be, well off to where I can buy my next house cash, set up my kids for the future, just financial freedom. That's what I'm here for, traveling, stuff like that. So
you mentioned generational wealth multiple times. It's one of those things where, yeah, I didn't even think about it until like you just said it. Like, yeah, I'd like to set up the generations underneath me, like my children's children's children. Like I think about that often, but I don't think about it as like, let me set them up. Why? And I guess I'm building to a point, but the point is this: like, hey, you know what? Like, if we're gonna make it through a bear market, we need a bigger reason than just like a hopeful moonshot. You know what I mean? That reason will be squashed out by a ravaging bear. So I think we need like a goal to set ourselves towards when we're going through very difficult times. So tell me, like, what is generational wealth to you? What is financial freedom? What do those things mean to you?
just being able to spend all the time with my children and do what I want, on a day-to-day basis, traveling, not having to worry about the stress of paying the bills, the mortgage and stuff like that. But, having 100,000 ADA, if it does get to a $10, that's $1 million, if it gets to, and if it gets to 15, which is and I plan on having more. I mean, it's just, that's not generational wealth for me. I mean, more ADA, more USD is going to take it for us to be generational, have generational wealth for my children, but it's going to give me a good head start to where, I'll be able to pay everything in cash and set myself up with the businesses and start living a life like that.
Yeah, I think also having like property passed down to your children, that is in a sense generational wealth. I think that's a good way to do it, because then the government doesn't take taxes. The doesn't, like, there's things you could do, setting up like buy was it buy like never sell and then die. I forgot what the other one was. Jeez Louise. Yeah, you guys know that one? I forget. Ethan, how about yourself? What about what are you? What's your why? What's your like ideal situation? What's the dream here?
I mean, there's really just two things. Two things. Sorry, switch the camera angle. Two things in my big why. My first one is kind of what Chronic touched on with financial freedom, because obviously there's no limit, no matter what age you are. Like as a kid, you're dreaming of being able to be just one day you have 1 million, you touch 7 figures, you're able to not have to set an alarm every morning, you're able to just wake up and do what you want every single day for your life. You're able to actually enjoy it, not have to worry about working a 9 to 5 and worrying about going paycheck to paycheck. So that's really my big thing, is just getting to a point one day where I won't have to go paycheck to paycheck and I can just kind of live how I want to live. And then my second one and my big two is just kind of expanding my mind, because your mind is really just another huge asset. Because I always say you can always learn something from someone else, because that's why you got two ears and only one mouth. You can always learn something from someone else, no matter what it is. And if you expand your mind, it really will help you in so many other aspects of your life as well.
Okay, so you're here to learn. You're here to build the financial freedom and learn. Guys, I just want to just remind us of these things because it's like super important. I think when we're going into this bear market, I think J Hub has an interesting point here. This is more than just coin price action too. This is the future of freedom. I say this all the time, especially when I go when I'm on like all what's it called, around the blockchain. I'm like a big advocate for this. Like, hey, this is like when people can print money out of thin air and then like you work so hard for it. I'm working like 12 hours a day, honestly, about 12 hours a day. It's and then for money, and then someone could just make it up like $1 trillion in like it's so frustrating if you just think
It
about it.
hurts. It hurts. It hurts. And then your purchasing power is going down. And like you said, your time, to me, time is the most precious commodity. So if you're taking my time away from me and you print it out and giving it to people for free, that's not fair. Like, you know what I mean? Like you said, that's what really started making me say, yo, let me get in gold and silver. Oh, that moves too slow. All right, let me get the traditional finance. Oh man, the algorithms and the hedge funds are just better than me. And then got into crypto, which was we're early. We're early in the asset class, and then NFTs even earlier. It's a little easy to deal with. Yeah, man, it's really crazy. You can't that person power that they take from you just by printing that money, Aaron. It just hurts you to where you have to figure out a way to get out this rat race, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I think another issue that I thought of when looking at that Lark Davis article was that in the future, the only thing we have as humans, I think, as people, as traders, the best asset that we or the best strategy we have is to hold. And the reason why is because I'm looking at all this AI, I'm looking at all this like chat GPT, the neural nets that Stephen Ward's coming out with and all this kind of stuff. These guys are coming out with AI that could out trade us at any time. Really, they really can. They could snipe trade quicker than us. Their algorithms trigger instantly. It's way far faster, and then we stall because it's like we make that emotional decision. We're like, should I not? All that kind of stuff. Um, so buying and holding seems to be more and more, especially when we start competing against AI and robots, which we already are in certain exchanges, is like seems to be the way to go, especially in the NFTs, but in the coins as well. I mean, for sure the coins. I would even say. What do you guys think about that? Are us competing against AI and with the strategy of buying and holding?
Absolutely. I'm not the best trader. It's too hard. Like you said, there's too many variables. There's too many algorithms you're trading against. There's too many bots or like, I stick with the buy, get in, try to get in as early as possible, and then take profits on the way up. Obviously, look at the charts. But yeah, it's hard to get in and out because, like you said, you're competing against these machines that are just better than you and quicker than you.
Yeah. Yeah. Ethan, how about yourself? What do you feel comfortable about taking on some AI?
Heck no, no shot. I mean, J Hub said it in the chat. I mean, just taking emotions out of it. It's just because they're more obviously algorithm based, more mathematical based, more just everything that will affect a human, it wouldn't affect an AI. So, I mean, and even AIs are learning. They're still going to learn. They're still going to evolve. They're still going to grow themselves as well. So they're going to take everything we do wrong and make sure that that mistake never happens again.
Yeah. Well, when we're talking about AI and competing with them, we need to know what we're competing with. So I wanted to bring up some stuff here. Alley Cat seems to be something that's making its way out on the scene. I know that the point two bills were making some headlines up here, which was good. Old money doing its thing. Chronic, Ethan, are you guys looking at any particular projects right now? I don't hear of anything. The last big mint I heard of was a kid called Beast, and that's not even on Cardano. So I'm not even sure. Were you a part of that? I might still be a part of it. I'm not sure. I don't even know what happened after it minted. Did the price tank? Or
Alley Cats?
What was that?
Alley Cats? Alley Cats,
No,
a kid called Beast?
Kid called Beast, yeah.
No, a kid called Beast is pumping, baby. We had like 0.76 floor. The mint was 0.077, so like $150. Now we're approaching, yeah. I got 11 Beast, Chrissy and I. We minted 2, and then we scooped off the floor. Average is like 0.4. So yeah, a kid called Beast is pumped today. It's almost doubled. But Alley Cats was a good one on Cardano as well. But Ethereum just moves different, man. Ethereum just moves so quick. It's fun. It's definitely it's a different ball game. It's the major leagues, right? Cardano is a little slower moving. It's still fun. It's a great way to sharpen your teeth, so to speak.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Kid Called Beast was a banger. And it's just starting, honestly, and
Good for you. Good for you, man. That was a surefire. Like, if anyone got that whitelist, it's like,
yeah.
you're making money if you got that whitelist for
Oh
sure.
yeah. It was an instant like 7x, but it went from like 150 to 1,000 instantly. So that's the difference. Like Cardano, it doesn't move that fast.
That was because there's more money in it.
Right. Yeah, it's OpenSea.io if you want.
Oh, by the way, guys, if you guys want to look at this already, Blake, go see Blake CNFT. He's a good friend of ours.
Blake's the man.
Yeah, Kid Called Beast. This thing was like, it was awesome. Really good move for whoever got that whitelist and who was able to get in. I think I was debating on buying it at 0.5, and I thought it would go down. I guess I was wrong. So I thought it was gonna go down, but
it went to like 0.36 a few times, and it seemed like 0.4 was kind of that support level. And then today, last night, they made some announcements. They're gonna have some soft staking. They got partnerships. It's set up in the future. So it's got the hype start. Now it's like at 0.75.
I'm kicking myself for not getting in. I was told by many people to get in, so it's like, but I think it might still be a good time to get in. Honestly,
honestly, it probably will. It's definitely gonna pump some more. It was at 25% listed, and it was holding at 0.4 range. So that was bullish as can be. So now we had 14% listed with at a 0.76. So as the people stop flipping and paper handing, so to speak, or the flippers get out, or delist, right, the price is going to only go up. And usually if you look at Ethereum collection list, like Macy and Basie has like 3 and 4% listed, and even Gutter Cats, like we're big on the juices that have 30,000 assets, are only like at 6 or 7% listed. So once a Kid Called Beast gets to 6 or 7% listed, the floor price is going to be like 1.4, 1.5. You know what I mean? It's just going to keep going up as the supply gets off the market, right? It's just simple. But the community is big time, bro.
Yeah, I'm just curious about the price of Ethereum. What's going to happen with that? Because that'll tank the price. So I'm sitting on mostly stable right now. So I'm trying to do something that we never should do, is time the market. But it's just like one of those things, because I'm trying to time the Ethereum market and then the NFT market, which is probably just near impossible. So I just need to buy in. Just like
it's been the bear though, Aaron. Like we've been on a decline, dude. Like we've been like bouncing off the bottom. So like, is it gonna take one more leg down? Perhaps, but like we've been in this downward trend for a long time. It's like I think we're more almost coming out of it rather than just starting to go back in. So like the pain's been there. The pain has been there for a long time.
I respectfully disagree.
You've been in stables.
I think we're going in way. I hope not. Yeah. I think we got way further down to go. I don't think a year is long enough for pain. I think
would you?
I think 3 years is pain. So I'm not an expert by any means. This is just kind of like how I feel, and like I'm synthesizing different data. A lot of people are saying what you're saying is like, hey, you know what? We found the bottom. I saw Ben Armstrong from BitBoy Crypto. He did like a 39x leverage on Bitcoin long. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's going crazy right now. So
I could see another like 50% downtrend. Like I said, I was hoping for 20-cent ADA. It's at 40 cents now. So I can take another 50% haircut and not care.
Yeah.
Right. Because we've been experiencing it for the last whatever. ADA just hit 24. Then it pumped up. So like we've been getting battered. It's just kind of like, when is the bottom type of deal.
Yeah, Tree Cities West brings up a good point, and this is my other argument for on my end, against my end rather. Fed turning money printer on next year, right when halving happens. Yeah, and surprisingly, right at the presidential election. So you do have a confluence of major events. You have the halving, you have the Fed turning around, and with all these exchanges crippling and crumbling, you're most likely going to have regulation. And so I always said that those are the three tells that I'm waiting for. And the Fed is already slowing down their increasing hikes. I mean, it's
Right.
still high, they're raising it by
Yeah.
0.25 BPs, but uh 25 BPs rather. But yeah, that's just one of those things. Prepping for a recession Q4. Yeah, that's an interesting point. It's like, are we in a recession now?
We've been
You
in a
know,
recession. They changed the
Yep.
definition. You
definitions
know,
Yep.
they
change.
I
changed
go
the
by the original
definition of it.
definition.
Exactly. We've been in a
I go by the
recession for a
original
long
one.
time.
Yeah,
But
but these
I'm out
other
of
these
that.
other cycles have been like 2 years, 2, 3 years of bear. You know what I mean? So like, I can't say that 1 year is long. I mean, I just not historically. I can't say that.
We've
It's
been in it for
painful.
how long? Like 13, 14 months now?
Maybe 14 months. Yeah. So since
You
like
know?
Yeah,
December, I would say even December of 2021, we
So,
started because we
right?
saw the height
that
at
makes
20
sense.
Yeah.
November 2021.
Mhm.
And then it's
Right
what,
when the presidential
February. So
election.
like 14 months. Yeah,
Right.
we're entering our 14th. So I'm not too sure. I think, yeah, depression, stagflation. I mean, those things are scary to me because I really think about like, so I work in a church, right? So a lot of people come to the church with these stories and with like they come with like they need food and they lost their job and they're moving in with their mom and the mom's moving with them, and people start stacking up households like 2 3 generations of families and different types of families.
Yeah.
So I literally know a family who moved in a single mom and kids, like one whole other family unrelated, and then their mom and then their dad.
Mhm.
It's like really four families in that house. So it's like one of those things where yeah, I could see people being pinched, which is why I started it off as a somber note. But it's one of those things we have to keep in mind. Like if we're going through crypto, which it's going to be the most volatile of these assets out here, we can't expect major action to the highs or lows, you know, into the upside or downside, which is it just concerns me a little bit. That's all. You guys have reactions to this, to anything going on?
I agree. And it's like I said, it's been happening in my opinion, to what you just said. Like it's gonna get worse. Credit cards defaults are gonna, bankruptcies, foreclosures, they're all gonna start happening. They've been kicking the can down the road forever. I mean, another 2008's got to happen eventually, right?
Yeah.
Um, and again, like I don't know when it's gonna be, but it's the purchasing power is going down. That's obvious. Inflation's higher than the rate, the job increase. I know I don't get a 15% raise every year, and I don't believe the whole inflation 7-8%. You know what I mean? So it's like you're spending more than you're making. People are now consolidating, trying to save every penny they can, until they get some relief, which may be next year, like he said, when the Fed starts throwing their printers on and starts handing out the $600 checks again, like that saved people. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be some hurtful times, right? When you don't have credit, right? Like to put it on a credit card, like where the money's gonna come from. We don't have a printer to be able to print money and just out of thin air. Like something's got to give, and people are trying to just save. That's if
Yeah.
I sell my house, I'm gonna move in with my parents a month or two until we get another apartment or another house or whatever. But yeah, that's how it's got to be, to try to save
Yeah.
a few months of bills and get ready for our next bull market, right?
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I know a ton of people doing that, but I would even assume that like in this kind of bear market, crypto might be one of the first things to go in people's portfolios. Not me. I mean, I really hate selling my crypto and pushing it to an exchange. I really despise it. It's so removed from it. Like it's helpful that it takes so many steps to get to that.
Right.
But I would assume that people would be selling and to make ends meet. I mean, like shoot, like this is one of those things where like yeah, I could see Ethereum going down. I could see Bitcoin going down to these levels. I mean, I would not hesitate to say I would bet good money that Bitcoin will see the teens again. But
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, and if it's going to see the teens again, I could just sit and wait. And if it's going
Yeah.
to see the teens again, Ethereum's going to go down again. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things. I just don't. I feel like we're in it for another year and a half at least a year and a half. So I don't know. Yeah, Florida. Florida's a great place to live. Yeah, I'm serious. Like you guys I love Florida, so this is one of
Florida's
those things.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, hugs
Thank
not
God for
rug, pros not.
Thank God for NFTs in the bear market because you don't feel this, you don't feel the worry, you don't feel the hurt. In my opinion, you always got something to do, look forward to. I'm not looking at the charts. I don't think ADA or Cardano is affected as much because the institutions don't own as much, right? Now, Bitcoin, Ethereum with the futures and all that good stuff, that's just that's up for manipulation and that can crash a good bit. Now, when you're saying teens, are you talking 12, 13, 14,000? Or are you talking 18,000 again?
I would bet good money on 18,000. I don't know about 16,000 anymore. That's probably not on the
So
table. And
so you
I'd
see a
probably
25% shade reduction?
Yeah, I'd probably
Yeah,
say about 25%. If it hit 18 again, I would go all in. I would go all in. I would feel very confident in going all in. Um, and I would buy multiple Bitcoin, multiple Ethereum, and then probably a whole lot of XRP and Cardano. That's where my biggest bets would go into.
I like
And
XRP
then
as
I
well.
would sit and for a long time. It's very difficult. I mean, like just even thinking about like how to make content for YouTube, I'm like, golly, I'm not interested in like the Russian balloon, you know?
Right, right. I'm
It's
with you.
like or the Chinese balloon rather. I'm not
Right.
interested in it. I'm interested in how people are thinking, where the market goes. And so it's just one of those things I just like to get in people's heads. I'd love to get everyone in the chat in on this, like on video. I'd love to ask you guys like where you guys' heads are. I mean, you guys are providing good stuff here, but yeah, Tommy's like saying how the recession's coming and all that kind of stuff. So just one of those things that's just weighs heavy on me. It's on my mind because I see actual people, like actual families coming through those church doors, and I hear the stories. So it's very difficult. And even our teachers, we have a whole school attached to our school, and the teachers are feeling the pinch too. So my heart goes out to them.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Yeah, I
uh,
mean,
yeah.
wouldn't
Go
it be
ahead.
nice them bills they actually paid our teachers and our first responders and our citizens more money than sending trillions and hundreds of billions across overseas? Like we got like
Mm-hmm.
barely any money and $600 supposedly, lasted for how long? They still say people have it in their bank accounts if you listen to the news. It's ridiculous to think that that was anything with more than 1 month cushion for most families, right?
Yeah,
So it's just wild. If they actually wanted to help, they could,
yeah.
but they
I
go
wouldn't
goes
even.
elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm okay with the stimmy bills. Like I don't even care about that. What I really
Right.
care about is like why do they have to increase taxes? Why do
Mhm.
they have to increase the IRS? Like that kind of institutional stuff is sneaky to me because it's like
Absolutely.
the stimmy bills in my perspective, it's like it's a way, it's like a carrot. Like you're just kind of this is nothing. $600 is not going to change anyone's life. It's going to probably save someone for like a month, maybe. But like the tax stuff can literally cripple somebody at the end of
Yep.
the year and they didn't expect it.
Absolutely.
Like that would disengage like or disincentivize business owners and their ingenuity and all that kind of stuff. So it's like one of those things where I'm like, yeah, you could help so much by just not making these laws like the
Yep.
IRS. Like,
Absolutely.
come on. It's like, get off, get off me.
Like you said, they
I
sneaky,
feel
man.
Mm-hmm.
they're on me, man.
Yeah.
So, but to J Hub's point earlier, it's one of those things where crypto is the last bastion of freedom in my sense. Um, who said this? I think it was Jordan Peterson. They said like, "Hey, I don't know where I heard this from, but they said when people wanted to escape um, oppression from England, they went west." Oh, this was Michael Saylor. They went west, and west was the Americas. And when they went west to Americas, when they had like oppression there, they went west again. And what happened? Gold rush, cowboys, like the western, that whole wild wild west was it. Well, all that land has been cultivated. Where's the next west for everyone? And it's the digital currencies. The new west is like, hey, let's go into like the not the metaverse, but like the cryptoverse. You know what I mean? Like get into Bitcoin, get into these
Mhm.
altcoins. That is the new west because it's unregulated, it's uncontrolled, and it's a way for people to hit gold rush. And that's what like what you were saying. This is what we're here for. We're here for those moments we could get the returns that we life-changing returns that we couldn't already get because the stock market's already manipulated. Sorry, I'm on going on a rant here, but like it's one of those frustrating
It's
things.
true, man. It
It's
is,
like,
and it's we have one chance to get in at this entry points, and like Ethan said, he's always seen it way up. I mean, now you're gonna say, hey, you got a 60% reduction, young man. Are you gonna make your move? You know, I got in at Bitcoin like at 8,000. I knew about it with Dread Pirate Roberts, but I didn't know how to go get it. You know, it was too intimidating for me to do it. Now everything's easy, and it's like I'm not gonna pay that high. But this is it, man. Just sit back, be patient. If you can't wait 2 years, they teach you to wait till you're 65 to pull out your 401ks and stuff like that. Like that's ridiculous. Like this 2-3 years should be easy, if possible to hold on and hold. Tommy had a good question. What you think of that?
Let me see. Let me
in
pull
the
it up.
chat.
Wait, hold on. Before we get to Tommy's question,
Yeah.
you said Dread Pirate Roberts. Was that with
The Silk Road. Silk Road, Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah, that was back in like 2012. That's when I've been following it. I just didn't know how to get Bitcoin on Mt. Gox. It sounded scammy. I finally just bought into it at 8,000 when I KYC'd on Coinbase, but been knowing about it way long ago, just didn't take the initiative and get it, because $100 would be like tens of millions right now, literally, if I would have gotten it back in the day.
Yeah, I thought that's who you were talking about. I'm not sure if I interviewed the guy, that dude. I'm not sure. He was going on the same moniker, so I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Yeah, he's in jail, I think.
Oh, okay. He's
yeah, he's in jail. They got a whole Netflix. I mean, yeah, go watch the movie. They got a whole Netflix thing.
There's
on
this
him.
dude who
It's crazy.
invented invisible money. It's like tornado cash.
Yeah.
So it's where like the money slips under and you can't track it anymore. It goes to another wallet. But that's neither here nor there. So let me pull up this question by Tommy. Always dropping these massive ones. Questions for you guys. Do you feel most NFT projects are similar to the pump and dump shit coins? There was a market there to make money, and most took advantage of it. The hype of NFTs comes and goes too.
Yeah, for 90% of them. Yeah, I think some projects will make it. The select few that learn how to give value and utility to the community and build Web2 brands in a community that cultivates amazing things. Some like the Ape Society or Bored Ape Yacht Club. I can't see them going away, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but I think yes, the opportunity is to get in and get out on a lot of these coins, because like most businesses, 90%, 95% of business fail. These little NFT projects are small businesses, so yeah, I think the majority will fail. Just you got to pick and choose, Tommy, and if you're in the right ones, they can be life-changing gains.
Yeah, I was just going to ask this question. CB just brought it up. Let me just, in 5 years, okay, in 5 years, do you think they're going to be active? In Cardano specifically. So I'm being very niche about this. 5 years on Cardano, will the biggest projects, Clay Nation, Ape Society, who are the other two? You
got Space Buds. You got
that's whatever. I don't even
count even. Yeah.
I mean, if they are, we're gonna be insanely wealthy. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. If these projects are here providing value for the next 5 years, Bored Apes have been around and CryptoPunks have been around since 2017. CryptoPunks, right? So that's almost 5 years there. So yes, I honestly think the best will survive. CryptoPunks, when I seen it in 2019, they were still at 1 ETH. I had to eat to buy them. I told Chrissy, look at these pixelated things with a cigarette. Why is people using that money? And then, enough YouTubers, I'm making crazy gains flipping these NFTs. And I was like, okay, I bought into it. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. The right ones can be here. I like to think I'm in them. I'm in a couple of them, but yeah, I know the Ape Society's on their way. They're building and the community's building. So who's going to stop them? It's decentralized.
Let me ask you then something. 98%, I'll say 99%. Are you telling me that you have friends, you have people you're close to, you have people you support, their projects will not make it?
Absolutely.
I'm not going to ask you to name it, right? I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of those things where like the math is here, right? Like it's you You and NFA, you guys are talking. You guys still talk every night, like holding Twitter Spaces every night.
Yeah, we do all of that.
A lot of these
Absolutely.
boys are your boys, and they've got their own projects. Even me, like even the creators on here, we're all friends with these dudes.
Hmm.
They're not gonna make it. Not all of them. Maybe
Yeah,
100%.
exactly. You just need exactly. It's yeah, absolutely. They're gonna most likely fail unless they keep finding ways to extract value or money from us and give me value. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, they
I
have to.
love
Most of
I
them gonna fail.
love I love stuff like the Mallard Order. I love stuff like Old Money. I love stuff like these bigger projects, even Clay Nations, even Ape Society. Okay. I'm naming the big stuff here. Um, geez Louise, it's sobering to think that, 5 years RIP to most, if not all, these projects. That's crazy to think.
Yeah. I gotta give
That's
a
crazy.
shout out to my wife. Hey,
Yeah,
dude.
fact. I
Do
was
it.
just gonna say that.
Do it.
Chrissy.
Yeah,
Hey,
Chrissy.
big
Hey,
shout out to Chrissy
CBT.
and for holding it down so that the team, half the team can be on the stream here. Thank you so much, and be sure to check out their links down in the description down below. They got a YouTube channel, and be sure to check out NFA. You could find them on Twitter Spaces at any time. Be sure to check out Tommy as usual. Freedom 35. He's on with all of his boys actually in a couple weeks, so we're excited for that. I saw a big thing here from Tommy here. I forgot what this said. The difference for me is that it's more personal. It's more personal compared to the pump and dumps. But reality is you can make money, but need to know when to get out. Won't be
Absolutely.
relevant a year from now. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. It's one of those things, right? It's like they're not relevant anymore.
Right.
Do you remember a year ago? Like I've been almost a year in this space in CNFTs. What were the biggest ones a year ago, Chronic?
Ape Society minted in January. Chill Kongs minted December 8th. Block Owls was in November. Then Clay Nation and like a lot of them were earlier, like in
Yeah,
April, May, June. So but yeah, I mean, I've been in it like 14, 15 months and they didn't have much going on at this time.
yeah.
Ape Society was starting to catch off Equian. Yeah, I mean, they got a bunch of things that
Yeah. Here's a
that's
hot
been a
take.
year already, right?
Here's a hot
Or
take.
two.
Where's Yummy? Hot take.
Yummy's
I know
there.
I know people love Yummy.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
see I don't see Yummy.
yeah.
I'm
I
full.
don't know. Yeah.
So I know Freedom 35, I know Tal Cryptum,
Yeah, I
I know
love
all of
Yummy.
them. They
They not
love
out
Yummy.
they not out there enough. They need a
Hmm.
they're not out there in the community enough. Now, whether or not they put a product out there to where their community likes with their trading cards and stuff like that, but they need to up their um their game as
I
far
don't
as
think it's there
marketing and being out
anymore.
there.
I don't think it's there. And it's a hot take, probably get flamed by the Yummy Cow. I don't really care. Frankly, I don't care. It's just one of those things where if we're saying 99%, I'm gonna put I'm gonna put everybody in there. I'm gonna put everyone in there. How dare me? How dare you? Okay. Don't feed me Yummy. Like it's one of those things. I could give that to Ape Society. I could give it, I could be like, I could see Ape Society. I could see Clay Nation doing it. I can't see
Uh,
anything else doing it. And I
right.
really love
So
some of these other projects.
So Clay's is about Clay's has been around almost 2 years. Space Buds almost 2 years, right? So
Mhm,
I mean,
mhm.
can projects last 5 years? Yes, but it's going to take a community to be patient, build
Yeah,
with that project, that business, right? And then they have to do stuff web too. They
yeah,
have to create businesses in IRL.
yeah.
And
But 2 years is different from 5 years too. Okay, so
absolutely.
most businesses fold under 5 years, so 2 years is different. So I don't know. Like it's one of those things, and I don't know how painful it's going to be. I come at it with a very here goes Tommy. I knew Tommy would say something about the yummy. I knew Tommy
Uh,
would say something about you.
they're
It's one of the,
building. They just need to be out there more, in my opinion,
and
to get more people involved.
yeah. One thing for like old money, I've said this over and over again. It's my favorite. In my opinion, has the best art on all projects on CNFTs. All projects, I will put old my personal favorite, old money. But if I'm going by strictly analytics and data, it's like one of those things like, golly, man, this is a sobering thought. In a bull run, everything. It doesn't matter. I could take pictures of my socks, my old socks, and put them up as NFTs, and it's gonna soar. You know, like that's not the game. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. Chronic, if you're someone like me who's very pessimistic about the market, who's pretty much a bear right now, what should I do? What should I be doubling down in these bigger NFT projects? Should I just be holding on to ADA? What do you think right now? February, what do you think I should be doing?
Good question. Tommy said, "Don't sleep on Yummy's card packs." I got to shout out Tommy. He knows a lot more than me about that project. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Well, he
yeah, I
talks to
mean,
those boys.
he
Guys,
does.
if you
He
guys want to
talks to
know
them.
about Yummy, you guys like Yummy, he talks to the boys who run it. You know what I mean? So like, go check out his streams and stuff like. So who am I? Like, I'm nobody, right? I'm not qualified to to be commenting on Young. I just got my opinions, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, same. Obviously, absolutely, absolutely. You got all got opinions. As far as these NFT projects, man, like Alley Cats, we just minted those at 222. The floor price is around 400. It ran up to over 650. It took a pullback. It reminds you of mallards and of orays, how they ran up and then dipped, and then this seems to be somewhat of a support. They got a lot of listed though, man. They got like 21% listed. People are just paper handing, how it goes. But the Ape Society, obviously, they're about to jump off with some. They put out the marketplace yesterday. They're just a high entry point, my man. They're just a high entry point. I can't tell you to get in, but like I'm not really sure, man. This is 400 ADA. I think the entry price on these, they're not going to dip much more, and I don't need to pump these, bro. I don't. But if you look at the charts, I guarantee you the next time I'm on, it's going to be a lot higher than 400 on Alley Cats. I really think.
Okay.
They got a Block Owls mint coming up. I'm very bullish on those. I own a lot, Chrissy and I. And you have to have, it's like a whitelist point system. I'm looking forward to that. And if Chill Kong's ever, drops their Chill Kong Magic Kong mint, I'm excited for that because I have been in the projects for 15 months now. You got to understand, I have been patient, like this whole episode is about, trying to be patient and just hold. And that's what I've been, of these projects that I believed in, and that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna hold out and see what they provide me. But they got Goombles, a mint coming out. It's gonna be a mint if you get whitelist. I think you would win. Goofy Gophers, I know you talk with Gully and them about them. It's the Bitcoin mining thing. If you have whitelist on that, I think you would win. They got like the Order to Kraken coming up. If you have the Shield CBT hash chat, that's my man CNFT BTC. He owns like the whole family, and then that's been a win. It's the old money guys in there. They have a lot of projects right now. If you in Twitter Spaces and you have your ear to the ground, there's still a lot of opportunities to flip. Because if we wanted to, we could have stacked a ton of ADA with these Alley Cats and sold at 500-600, sold on the way up, double, tripled your money over the weekend, and just stack your ADA and wait to the next one. You can be patient and just do that over and over again on these mints. But a lot of us just get impatient, chase the next shiny toy. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But yeah, you got to keep playing the game. And right now is the best way to accumulate this ADA right now where these prices are low. I think once prices get a little higher, people are not going to be throwing around 10, 20, 30, 40,000 ADA like it's nothing, right? USD starts to get a little more pricey. So,
yeah, I promised her monster's apartment. I fully intend to fulfill that, but I was like, oh my goodness, this is a lot of money.
Yeah, they were expensive. I didn't get into anything like that.
See if they went up.
They were crazy.
Yeah,
At one point, I seen they were 2,000 or something. It was wild.
Yeah. I was like,
yeah, they're still at 2,000 right now.
Yeah, I was like, let me just wait for ADA to crash. I fully believe that this thing's crashing down, so let me just pick up some ADA on the low end here. Yeah, I think those projects you mentioned are good projects, especially for flipping. Good for those volatility. I think they have good owners behind them. I think it's just time, right? Time will tell who are the real players here. Who are the ones that are going to win? Because right now we're all playing for the same market share. All those projects, they're all playing for. There's no new money coming into ADA right now. That maybe that happened with Ape Society. I'm pretty sure it did at CNFT Con, like around that time. No new money's coming in right now, so they're all playing for the same market share. We're all at a standstill until we see some more price action outside of ADA with Bitcoin and all that stuff moving in. So yeah, let me see, guys, in the chat. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on these different projects here. I'm seeing old money. Like I said, I mean, I will say it over and over again. It's the #1 art project for me, NFT wise, in all NFTs, every single one, because it just stands so much for me, like with the money and the bills and just making fun of it. It just means a lot for me. I I would say Yummy is on like the last, like the lowest as far as art projects go. I mean, maybe utilities, maybe it's something different. But I'm just like, in no way I can't compare old money to Yummy. There's no way. It's just too good. Old money's too good. So, and Ape Society too. I really like that stuff too. Yeah, Chrissy said that you're not into old money a lot, Chronic.
Yeah, we was. I had a 2 cent, a 20 cent bill, 0.2 bill. I minted one for 88 way back when, but I did trade it for I traded it for a rare good Charlotte clay. Yeah, I mean, I have some inflation, Tom. I have some tits in the wallet. I do have some. I'm just not in it because I'm an entry point dude. I wish I would have minted a lot more than just the one. It was a really cool immersive experience, but when I minted it, ADA was not 88. It was not like $80. It was probably like $2 or $1.50 or some stuff. But it's a great project, and they gave Real Life Utility and CNFT Con throwing that party and stuff like that. Shout out to Dillian in the fam. So old money's gonna be there. They know how to engage the community, and they've proven it. You know, for a solid.
The community is actually crazy about that.
They're wild. I love them. I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
I love it. They're crazy. I love when I see communities like that. So that's good, guys. Let's wrap this night up. We talked a lot about, like, I think deep stuff, like really like above like regular NFTs, like the really regular like shilling and all that stuff. Matter of fact, I started flaming stuff, so I don't know what got into me. You never do that on NFT projects, otherwise they're gonna come for you. But whatever. So yeah, let me get a giveaway going on here, guys. Golly, this is too much. Can you guys see my wallet here? How do I see it?
Do you know? Well, I've showed you about them. I know Ugly Bros. My man Serge is always building. Ugly Bros is it's like one of the cheaper. They were at 130 their second season at the definitive. They're about to come out with a game and stuff like that, and I don't know if they're gonna blow or what. But I mean, my man Sergio is always out there, you know, building. So I had to, you know, that might be something to look into.
Yeah, here's what I'll do. I'll buy an Ugly Bro right now, and I'll give it away for someone who wins. Okay, $52 here. Buy it. So if you could get Ugly Bro, Sergio was his name. Like, help me get him on the stream.
Sergio would love to get on here.
Yeah, sure. Well, okay. I'm trying to buy this thing, guys. I don't know what's happening. There we go.
Oh, them Crocs too. The Cardano Crocs is gonna be something big too. I don't have any of them, but I know a lot of people love Cardano Croc Club, especially with that C4 token and that poker platform. I think they're gonna have some announcement soon. I have none. So I'm just saying, from people I respect, that's gonna be another one that might pop off soon.
Yeah. All right, guys. I just bought an Ugly Bros. I'm gonna give this away right now. This is how much I love you all. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. Today, of course, we are gonna do this as usual. Where is this? Right. Last time I did this, it was actually terrible. Like I had to show my screen like in the actual camera. So here we go. Okay, how we're gonna do this? We're gonna play 3 games. Well, probably depends on the time. 3 games of Pictionary. I'm gonna draw the Pictionary, and you guys are gonna guess. If Chronic and Ethan win, they're gonna pick somebody to get those points, and we're gonna draw 3, and it's gonna be like best out of 5. I have 5 here, best out of 5, and I think these will go fast because we have like 5 minutes here. Are you boys ready?
Yeah, are you ready? Biased. I might be biased. Someone in the chat.
Okay, fine. You're biased. You're biased. No problem. Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys are ready. Okay, guys. Oh, I owe somebody an NFT. It's either Crawfish or Green Fingers. Golly, I forgot. I owe somebody. Oh man, that's sad. So bad. I need to make sure. Hangman was the worst ever. Hangman is the worst. People didn't like Hangman.
I've
there we
never
go.
gotten a letter on here. I've been on here like 7 times. I don't think I've ever gotten a letter right.
You played Pictionary with me though, right?
Yeah, I think we were better.
Yeah, it's not Hangman anymore.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. People got so frustrated with. Here we go. Try this one here.
That's a log raft.
Yes, that's a raft. Yes, dude.
Oh,
See how good I am Pictionary?
oh my! He doesn't have no more.
Okay,
That's
I've got
awesome.
5 pictures. Okay, whoever, if you're gonna have to win, like someone's gonna have to. I'm gonna go through all of them, and then whoever has the most points gets to pick. All right, and I'm including anyone in the chat too, of course. So here we go. Here's the next one. Oh boy, here I don't know. I don't know how to do this.
Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
That's an apple off an apple tree, yo.
let's say like a pear.
Yeah.
Definitely a piece of fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, is that a dinosaur or a tree? My kid draws better than you, bro. God.
Very difficult. All right, this is okay.
He's just reset 2 times.
I don't know what to.
Peach and plum.
This is so bad, guys.
Oh my god.
I honestly
grape
have
or a
no idea
mango?
how anyone would get this.
Oh my lord.
I mean, you keep going green.
Okay, I got
Pear,
it.
apple.
I got an idea.
Damn, nostrils.
No. Yeah.
Oh my god. It
What
looks
is this
like
face?
oh my god, it's runny nose.
Smelly,
Snot nose. Oh my god.
smelling fruit.
Lemon. Lemon
Okay,
scent.
I gotta pass this. It's fresh.
Oh my gosh!
Look,
You're fired.
Look,
You're
I
fired
knew you
from
guys
drawing.
wouldn't get this. I couldn't. There's no way I could draw fresh.
Man.
It doesn't even make sense. How I'm like trying to draw the word fresh.
Hey,
It's
Tommy got it.
Tell me what I would draw with fresh.
I just wouldn't pick fresh. I wouldn't pick fresh as
this is a random generator. This is so I have no option.
Let's just fast forward to skip to the next one. You know, like, skip.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, this one's easy, guys. Come on. Okay.
All right.
You're gonna because
easy?
there's a delay.
Reference.
You boys do not get to guess for 10 seconds. Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Okay. That's it. All right. Let me see the chat. Okay, you guys can guess. Go ahead.
A pool?
No.
It's a bathtub.
No.
An ice bath. That's
bathtub, a shower.
That is a cake in Aaron's drawing.
Oh, this is so easy.
It's so easy.
Okay, I'm gonna go to G3. G3.
It's so easy.
A water bed.
He said water bed, but it's actually just water. But water is in the middle there, so I'm gonna give it to you. Water. You got it.
You couldn't like fill in the blue. You just drew the one line.
You knew it was water. Everyone knew it was like
you couldn't like draw.
Right.
Yeah, you put in like a tub.
You should have stopped that log raft.
Water. You don't have water floating around. Like
that was the best one you'll ever do. The log raft. Like you drew 2 things, and I knew what it was.
This next one is literally so difficult. I don't even know how I'm going to draw this. Okay, here we go.
This must be easy then.
It's something I use. So you've got 1, and G3's got 1. So we're gonna have to have like some kind of tiebreaker.
Oh, so I'm in this game.
Oh yeah, you're in it. You're in it.
What?
Yeah.
Back off,
good.
audience. Sorry, guys. I don't have enough ugly bros, bro. That's a blanket. Sorry.
Yeah, you can guess. Go ahead.
No, you said it was a blanket.
Yeah, I thought blanket was you
guess. It's all right. You're not gonna get this. It's too hard.
Is it a
That's
sofa?
a box spring.
Is it a magic carpet?
It's a box spring.
I'm trying to make sure that no one guesses it.
Pop-Tart.
Pull-out couch.
Look, he picked KS said Pop-Tart too. We on the same level. We on the same level.
What is this drawing?
Oh my god, it's a tag.
Aaron.
Oh
Air
my
mattress?
God.
Yeah, someone said air mattress.
No,
Like a
no,
blow-up
no.
mattress?
I'm looking.
What is going on?
What?
Oh my god.
California king bed? Like what?
Snoozing. Oh, that's a sleeping bag. Give me that money.
No, it's not a sleeping bag.
Oh, no, I thought you were right too.
Charger, they saying a tea bag.
I'm almost
A
positive
bed?
Chrissy will know what this is, but you won't know what this is.
Chrissy said electric blanket for the
It's
win.
not. It's not.
damn it.
It's not. I'm looking. Dude, this is a perfect drawing. Honestly, I did a great job with this drawing.
A heating pad?
No, I did a great job with this drawing, guys. Like, trust me.
Yeah,
No.
great that no one's getting it.
Grounding
These
pad.
are arrows, guys. These are arrows.
Arrows.
Yes.
A
What are those
SIM card
circles?
inserter.
What are those circles for?
Duvet.
hard
That's
drive?
it. Chrissy got it. Chrissy got it. I knew it. I knew she would get
My
it.
wife
I
is
knew
the
she would get it.
bomb.
I knew she would get it.
What is a
And I was
duvet?
like,
Oh,
there's
the
no
duvet.
man.
Yeah, what?
There's no
What
man
is-
duvet.
who
there's
knows
no-
what a duvet is.
No way, duvet. Let's
I'm gonna look
go,
it up.
Chrissy.
Duvet.
100%. All right, you guys
go.
get the ugly bros. I'll give you this ugly bros.
I'm
But
gonna get you Surge.
you have to give it to Chrissy though, so it does not belong
Chrissy
to you.
have
It
it.
belongs to her. So,
Chrissy has it. That is
The difference
awesome.
between a
Bro.
comforter and a duvet.
Chrissy, could you send me your address or whatever? Someone send me the address on Twitter. And
Comforter
is
is
the-
one piece of
I'll
bedding,
give
while a
that to
duvet
you guys.
requires two
What
separate
in the-
pieces. What is this?
Do you don't know what a duvet is? I knew it,
Oh.
dude. I knew.
No,
like,
I'm looking it up.
Dude.
I'm looking it up.
arrows are what you put the blanket in. Like it's a.
Yeah, with some little circles.
That is a great drawing of a duvet. I promise you, that's a great drawing of a duvet. Because the
Dude.
buttons are like circles. Those circles are buttons. So you got to button it. Or some duvets are zippers. My duvet is buttons.
Hashtag bring back Hangman. Hangman needs to come back.
My wife got me
Bring
on
back
duvet,
Hangman.
right? My wife got me. Wives, if you have a duvet, you have a wife. That's just what happened.
No.
That's just what happened.
Ah,
Wow.
ah, this is
I'm
not fair.
lucky to have
so-
a fashionable wife.
All right. Good job, guys. Thank you guys for playing, and thank you for Chrissy for winning.
Thank you.
Is it a
Chrissy,
pillow?
for
So it's a
winning.
pillowcase. It's a pillowcase for blankets.
Ooh.
G3. Guys, thank you so much for joining on CNFT live stream tonight. Be sure to check out these boys and their channels here. All the links are down in the description down below. Do you guys have any parting thoughts? Chronic, Warden, you guys any lasting thoughts that last us through till next week?
Yes, yes. First and foremost, I'm going to have to say that I was robbed. Hashtag bring back Hangman immediately. I'm tired of Pictionary. You know, I'm cold. I'm cold. The past 3 weeks, I got hot. I got like the first one or the first two, and then I haven't got one since. I am done with Pictionary. I'm officially retiring.
Man.
Bring
Yeah,
the Hangman
Tom.
back. Even the chat's coming. The chat's
Right.
coming too. Oh wait, no. Once
Hey, I like
no.
Pictionary. I'm not biased or anything. It's just kind of weird, right? Hangman never got one right, not one letter. Pictionary, I win. Let's keep Pictionary. But no, everybody, man, make sure to get out there and spend some time with your loved ones. Spend out some time with the outdoors, like not touching the grass. Get your ass all up in that ground, touch it and stuff, and make sure you spend time with the ones you love. And especially with the stressful times in the market, we do need to disassociate with all of that sometimes and just, get back to being outside and seeing the finer things in life. And then this computer is always going to be here. So be patient, don't invest more than you could lose. And because the time's too hard out there to get real life money,
Yeah,
that's about it. Thank you for having me, Aaron. Ethan, it's a pleasure as always, guys.
Anytime. Guys,
Yes, sir,
I don't
as always,
even
brother.
want you to like and share this video. I want you to like and share the awesome creators that are in the chat with us, guys. So Tommy from Freedom 35, CB, like Chrissy, like there's a whole bunch of people in there. Chronic and Warren, of course. But guys, thank you so much for joining us